Hey, I'm Tyler.
And I'm Katie. You're listening to Not-Stalgia, the podcast that is a throw-up podcast. I always, without fail, think of Easter as a throw-up holiday.
Like vomit?
Like someone always threw up on Easter in my childhood.
Including you?
Could have been me, maybe my sister, a cousin.
Why?
Because all you eat on Easter is just absolute garbage. And then you pile ham on top of it, which is just like, it's just like ham candy throw up, just coming right straight out of a kid. Hot as hell.
Did it ever? Molten. Did it ever happen earlier in the day before the ham? Like I was picturing maybe too much excitement and exertion during an Easter egg hunt.
You know what? Possibly, right? But then it's like, you've been eating jelly beans for like the whole week leading up to it. You know, you've been trying to combine the jelly beans, get like good different flavors from the jelly beans. And then, you know, you just hork it up.
Didn't you used to use the robin's eggs as some sort of lipstick?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You wet the blue robin's egg and then you can put blue lipstick on. It's great.
Wow, Kate. Well, as part of your Easter memories, did you ever watch?
Here comes Peter Cottontail, hopping down the bunny trail. The hippity-hopping Easter's on its way.
Here Comes Peter Cottontail.
I don't think so, but I know the song.
Want to sing it for us?
No, you can sing it.
Well, Kate, I'm going to do this as succinctly as possible, but we've never talked about Easter on this podcast before.
Are we going all the way back to
So,
the year 33?
eggs.
Oh, eggs.
Eggs are associated with fertility and birth for obvious reasons, right?
Yeah, because you got little chicks popping out of them, or crocodiles.
Then, at some point in antiquity, they became associated with rebirth. There's some old imagery of like phoenixes emerging from eggs as they like, you know, burn up and turn back into phoenixes again. Somehow there's eggs involved. So we don't know exactly what happened there, but that's how eggs become associated partially with the resurrection of Christ and Easter.
I mean, it was before the internet, so I think people were just looking for some tenuous connection.
Also, during the Middle Ages in Europe, eggs were not allowed to be eaten during Lent. And I Googled this. I can't tell if currently Catholics are allowed to eat eggs or not for Lent.
Right in, all you Catholics.
This tradition started where right before Lent, children would go door to door in medieval Europe and beg people for eggs as like a treat because they weren't going to be allowed to eat them after. So they would beg for eggs and then eat a lot of eggs in sort of a big, you know, feast.
Yeah, throwing up holiday.
But like, yeah, it's a good point. Kind of like...
It's always been a throwing up holiday.
Like sort of like Halloween, but you ask for eggs.
Yeah.
Which I find really... Like, when I was reading this, I was just imagining if the children in our neighborhood... It'd be really fun, actually, if they came door to door begging for eggs the week before Lent. So eggs became like a treat associated with Lent and Easter, and at some point, because you're like giving them out to neighborhood children, people started decorating the eggs to make them look nice, like they would dye them. So that's kind of where you get like
pre-internet
the Easter egg tradition from. And then rabbits, of course, have long been associated with fertility because they are a very fertile animal. They reproduce a lot. And at some point in Germany, we don't know exactly when, but the first reference in writing is in 1682. They started a tradition called the Osterhaus, or Easter hare, or Easter bunny. And this was a rabbit who would give good children decorated eggs before Easter. So they like combined these two fertility symbols.
Okay.
And this tradition...
They just like a super fertility symbol, like a, what's that thing called? When all the Power Rangers go together and make a big
The
Power
Megazord?
Ranger. Yeah, it's a Megazord of fertility. It's just absolutely a huge bunny handing out eggs, and you're like, oh, I've become pregnant.
And the Easter hare tradition came to America because Germans were immigrating to Pennsylvania.
Sure were.
In the late 16 and early 1700s. So we have the Pennsylvania Dutch to thank for the Easter bunny being an American tradition.
Danke.
They brought it with them. And now, of course, that's kind of how you get the Easter bunny. Bunnies, eggs, decorating eggs, hiding candy in eggs. It all comes from there.
What
now
do you
know.
think thank you is in Pennsylvania Dutch?
Thank you.
I think it might be Danke, John.
Uncle John. That was good. That was good.
I'm so funny.
All right, Kate, let's fast forward. Gene Autry.
I know him. Here comes Santa Claus. And maybe he beat his kids.
That is completely unsubstantiated.
Am I confusing him with Bing Crosby?
Bing Crosby, yeah.
Ah, crap.
Gene Autry has a few massive chart-topping hit songs about Christmas in the late 40s. 1947, Here Comes Santa Claus, Right Down Santa Claus Lane. 1949, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. We talked extensively about these songs on other Rankin Bass episodes of our podcast. In 1950, country music songwriters Steve Nelson and Jack Rollins wrote a song called Here Comes Peter Cottontail, very similar to Here Comes Santa Claus. And this was about the Easter Bunny. They brought the song to Gene Autry because he had so much success with his previous two twangy country-esque Christmas Christmas songs. So they basically think, okay, it's another holiday song. We might be able to make this work. Another Christian holiday song. Autry recorded the song, and it was, again, a big chart-topping hit. Later in 1950, as a side note, Rollins and Nelson also wrote Frosty the Snowman for Autry to sing, which we also talked about on another episode. So just interesting. To go back a little further before this in history, though, the name Peter Cottontail, in the early 1900s, the very successful British author and illustrator Beatrix Potter, she wrote several children's books featuring a character called Peter Rabbit. The first was The Tale of Peter Rabbit in 1902. In 1903, they started making stuffed animals of Peter Rabbit, right? Mm-hmm. And that makes him the first ever licensed character, like to have licensed merchandise. I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is kind of interesting.
In 1910, a different author, an American named Thornton Burgess, started writing a series of children's books called Old Mother Westwind, featuring a cast of animal characters, one of whom was also named Peter Rabbit. And I do not understand why he was allowed to do this and get away with it, because he just copied the name of the Beatrix Potter character from a few years before. Like, she was still writing these books. Nowadays, this would just be like straight up copyright infringement. No question. She would send him a cease and desist and it'd be over. But that existed then, those laws. I don't know why. Maybe she wasn't interested, because it's up to the copyright holder to initiate that. But just really weird, that there's two Peter Rabbit children's book characters at the same time. Anyway, in one of Thornton Burgess's Peter Rabbit books, Peter Rabbit briefly changes his name to Peter Cottontail, because in the book, the Peter Rabbit character wants to feel like fancier, so he gives himself a more sort of high, self-important name. So that's all. That's where the name Peter Cottontail comes from. One chapter of a Thornton Burgess book from the early 1900s. When Nelson and Rollins wrote their Easter song for Autry to sing, they used that name, Peter Cottontail, presumably because at least one of them had read that book or knew of it. But they weren't using Burgess's or Potter's character, Peter Rabbit. They were taking the Peter Cottontail name and attaching it to the Easter Bunny. So, in 1971, Rankin Bass wants to make another holiday special. They only have a few under their belt at this point. They had Rudolph in 1964, based on a Gene Autry song. Frosty the Snowman in 1969, based on a Gene Autry song written by Rollins and Nelson. Santa Claus is Coming to Town in 1970, based on a song, not a Gene Autry song, but still. So logically, they want to recreate their previous success, so they base their new special on a song by the same team as Frosty and the same singer as Rudolph. So they just take the same singer, the same songwriting team that they've previously adapted their songs of and do it again. But of course, the big change here is that this is an Easter special instead of a Christmas special. It's the first time they do that. And it makes sense. They can't just make Christmas specials. Like, they want to have year-round work to do. Also, this is not just based on the song. It's mostly the story is adapted from a 1957 children's book called The Easter Bunny That Overslept by Priscilla and Otto Friedrich. This special debuted on TV on ABC on April 4th, 1971. That was exactly 1 week before Easter, which was April 11th in 1971. The special was written by Romeo Muller and directed by Rankin and Bass themselves, Arthur Rankin Jr. and Jules Bass. The animation director in Japan was Kizo Nagashima.
We made it. That, mon ami, is obvious. Thanks, of course, to my superb piloting.
Superb? We're a long way from Easter.
Well, tell me, Pierre, in the rules of Apple Valley, does it say the eggs must be given at Easter?
No, but who wants Easter eggs on the 4th of July? They didn't even want them on Mother's Day.
Easter eggs, no. But 4th of July eggs?
I like that for all the Rankin Bass specials, they just reuse all of the little puppets. The guy who's voiced by
Danny Kaye.
Danny Kaye, Seymour S. Sassafras, is like very clearly recycled from something. They just put like a weird nose on him. Oh God, he's a magician. God, I hate magicians. I don't trust them. Seymour Sassafras is in a manic state and I'm frightened. Oh no, maybe he's not a magician. Is he a magician or does he do like some kind of dye situation? Oh God, it's a whole village of rabbits. All right, all the Easter bunnies live and work in this one village. I guess kind of like an Amazon warehouse. Or like...
I thought you were going to compare it to Santa's workshop.
Oh, yeah.
It is a lot like an Amazon warehouse.
It is. They all live and work here.
They're like, we don't get a break to use the bathroom.
And if a tornado comes, they just make you keep working. It's not good.
Daddy Bezos will take care of us.
Oh, Peter Cottontail, their benevolent overlord. They all live in this factory town together.
I just can't believe they're trying to invent all this lore for Easter. Like
now he's yelling into his top hat. This is horrible.
He's doing ventriloquism. Like, a puppet is doing a ventriloquist act. That's kind of cool.
God, it's just like a hat on a hat. I can't do this.
They're really replaying their greatest hits, aren't they?
Yeah, they're doing can't believe you've never heard of this. These fucking gatekeepers. Damn you, Rankin Bass. All right, so Peter Cottontail and Irontail the rabbit are in conflict with each
they're
other.
Mortal rivals.
What?
I don't know. Why does there have to be an evil rabbit?
He just flew away on a bat, too.
He's going to make you look inside a magic egg to see the story.
Don't ever let a traveling salesman make you look inside a magic egg. I swear to God, kids.
I like the idea that you have that, like, young children are listening to this.
You're going to have to do a supercut of this. All the advice I give to the young kids who don't listen to this podcast for my nieces and nephews. All right, Danny Kaye's here to chew the scenery. Casey Kasem's here.
Oh, yeah, you're going to recognize his voice.
That might be a redeeming quality. Because the animation's really not doing it for me.
Oh, you don't like this?
Oh, and then Vincent Price as Irontail, the evil rabbit who rides a bat for some completely unknown reason.
He's unhinged.
There's a lot of eggs. It's making me hungry for one of those malted milk eggs. What's like your number one Easter candy? Do you have one?
I like the malt eggs. Those are good.
Malt egg is classic.
I like the chocolate rabbit that's got crunchies inside. It's like a crunch bar.
Oh, I don't like that.
A little rice.
I don't like that.
What do you like?
I think the malted milk egg is really up there for me. It's also the one time a year when a jelly bean is like really, really good.
I don't think I like jelly beans in my mind, but then every time I try them, I'm like, oh, these are good. Cadbury egg. I can't believe I forgot about Cadbury eggs.
Cadbury
That's my
egg.
favorite.
A Cadbury egg is the messiest thing to eat in the history of the world, though. Then you're slurping the nougat, the soft nougat, and then it's not right. All right, so here's some rabbits.
Are these like bureaucrats?
The big daddy rabbit is looking at headshots of Peter Cottontail and is like, I think he should be the Easter Bunny. He's got spunk.
So this is interesting. It's like the Easter Bunny's not like Santa Claus where it's one mythic figure. It's like it's a job and they appoint somebody. Casey Kasem even sound different than Shaggy at all?
No, Casey Kasem as Peter Cottontail is an inspired choice. This little stoner bunny. I love it.
God, every song in every one of these sound the same and they're not good, right?
No, none of them are good.
This is the same song as something else we've heard from Rankin Bass.
Yeah, it's a difficult responsibility.
Right?
When you accept the one toy make of me, you must strive for just the perfect quality. It's literally the same.
Remember, guys, when Katie refused to sing the song earlier? It's just a matter of time.
So, being the chief Easter Bunny does not sound fun. There's like lots of job responsibilities, and it doesn't seem like anyone is being paid.
I'm just confused. Because, like, what does this Easter Bunny do? He brings real eggs to the children?
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't happen, though. Wouldn't a kid watching be like, nobody brings me real painted eggs? We make the eggs ourselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't he be hiding plastic eggs? Was that happening yet in the 70s?
Maybe.
When did they invent plastic eggs?
Also, every spring, the Easter Bunny never sleeps. This is preparing you for a toxic work culture, kids.
Here's your Adderall, Peter.
All right, so here we are with this evil rabbit. I'm just so confused about the evil rabbit subplot.
So wait, he's petitioning to be the Easter Bunny, but he hates children? What's his plan?
It's unclear.
I
do like how he flies away on that bat, though.
So this is the previous chief?
I guess. This feels like cronyism, you know?
Is it a meritocracy?
I feel like the soft puppets from the Christmas specials are like felted and nice. Mm-hmm. And these guys look like they're made out of like a sweat sock. This like the current chief Easter Bunny, who has like a weird transatlantic accent, is drunk as hell all the time. He's like, once I have decided, I will make sure to live with the greatest.
You've been watching too much American Tail, where the characters truly were drinking. Oh man, this is the 2016 election all over again.
Yeah, baby.
They're like, there's no way Iron Tail could win. You don't have to visit the battleground states. You have this on lockdown. Peter Cottontail is your abuela.
Instead of getting lots of sleep because he knew he was going to win,
wow,
he went out and had a big party with all his friends.
The hubris, Peter.
All right, so the evil bunny won
it's
because he placed one egg on a drunk sleeping man.
Iron Tail's fascist takeover of April Valley.
Again, a complete ripoff of that one song where he's like so mad. The Burgermeister.
Yeah.
All right, so what's his name? Is Iron Tail is just goth as hell, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
he did a little bit of a Hitler salute. That's not good.
Wow, they gotta put his hand down, especially with that haircut. Yeah, so he just wants Easter to be like dark.
Yeah.
He's like, paint the eggs brown. They're making chocolate tarantulas. He's a goth edgelord.
Yep.
Yeah, Peter did this to himself.
Yeah.
If he hadn't stayed up so late, Even if Irontail hadn't sabotaged his alarm clock, he would have just naturally woken up on time. I love when they make these little cute characters wander around and cry. They do it a lot.
It's really great. I do like when they cry.
They have to have like some sort of like hot glue tear. It's great looking. Remember the little blind boy in, what was that?
Oh, right.
It was like the last Easter card. No, the first Christmas snow.
Snow.
He had magic tears too, I think. This guy looks like Conan O'Brien.
I don't trust this man.
Is this a stylistic choice that the trees behind Sassafras are like paper cutouts, or did they just run out of 3D things?
What year did Willy Wonka come out?
Shortly after this. Why, you think they're ripping it off? I think Willy Wonka ripped them off. I love a depressed Rankin Bass character.
Yeah, and I love that the solution is, well, don't be depressed. What a great encapsulation of our parents' generation.
Thanks, I'm cured.
Just don't be depressed, huh? You tried that?
I wish I thought of that. Thanks. Well, hang on. What is it called? The Yester Morobe? This time machine. Peter Cottontail's about to get into a flying time machine. This is awesome.
Okay, so there's like a tiny French worm piloting this.
He's a caterpillar.
Time machine. This is an absolute acid trip. This is the scariest thing I've ever seen.
I love Antoine the caterpillar.
Antoine the caterpillar is probably my favorite thing that I've ever seen.
I hope he gets to turn into a butterfly, but I don't know. Just look how sad Peter Cottontail is, consistently. Is this like the Rankin Bass cinematic universe? They're really hyping up every other holiday.
Yep.
This time machine can transport just to holidays. It can go forward or back, but only to holidays. How convenient. Including things like Arbor Day, though. I don't think they ever made an Arbor Day special. This is pretty heady content of, like, having huge regrets and wanting to go back to the past to fix them.
Right?
Kate, how lucky are we to see so much Vincent Price lately? Oh my god.
All right, so now we got like an evil spider.
He's sabotaging the time machine.
So they've now crash landed on Mother's Day instead of Easter. Time is a fluid river.
Too late, bitch.
I don't want your stupid f***ing eggs. Antoine did his best to fix the time machine, but he doesn't have any arms or hands because he is in fact a worm.
It's so funny to watch him hold a little wrench. Where are we now? 4th of July? This is great. I did no research about the content of this special. I am pleasantly surprised to see them going to every holiday.
So now we're taking a tour of all the holidays.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we got to hear this is an outrageous situation twice from this French worm.
He had to say it once both before and after the commercial break.
So this entrepreneurial pilot worm is now like, all right, we're going to make these 4th of July eggs.
He's a genius. Oh,
all
wow.
of these songs sound the same, right?
Yeah.
Was that his worm wife?
Yeah, I don't know who that lady worm was. She just appeared for the song and then vanished. I think Pierre can pull a lot of lady worms.
I think so.
I don't think that they're married. You know how much the French love a revolution, so I guess 4th of July would be Pierre's favorite holiday in America.
All right, so all these little boys want to do is like throw eggs at passing cars or something.
Well, they want firecrackers to blow their hands off with. It was the 70s when little boys could just play with any firecracker. All right, Rankin Bass Halloween, I could get behind this.
They literally just painted the mom from, what's it called? The one where Santa is coming. What's her name? The mom of the Kringles. Look, they just painted Mama Kringle white and made her a witch.
Huh.
Old Irontail, the evil rabbit, is calling up his Halloween lover, Esmeralda. You and Antoine the worm have literally the same personality.
I take that as a high compliment.
Smash them, mon trésor! Smash them all! Those eggs are done for!
That's what like men say when you hit 30, right?
Those eggs are done for.
Those eggs are done for.
Hashtag not all men. How many layers of paint are on each of these eggs now? Seems thick. He's repainted them at least twice.
They made a miracle landing on the Hudson River. Holy shit.
Does this mean we're going to get to see Santa Claus? They're at Thanksgiving right now.
God.
It's just a matter of time. This is a very clever premise because you know little kids are obsessed with holidays. Little
absolutely.
Kids and nursing homes are obsessed with holidays. So I could see it playing well. Here we go. Christmas time. There he is, the big guy.
They just wanted to get the Santa out of the storage.
Blow the dust off of it.
Irontail is going to hit Santa with an ICBM. The old Christmas egg. He's got worms living in his beard.
They have referenced Easter bonnets many times. Is this a thing?
Well, it's like, what do they have? What else do you have that's Easter? You know what I mean?
What is an Easter bonnet? I've never even heard the term.
It's like a special, oh my gosh, Tyler, that you would wear for the Easter parade. It's like a very special Easter hat. You weren't a little girl, you know?
Did you have an Easter bonnet? You wore a special hat on Easter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Huh. Was it cute?
Who's stealing those Christmas eggs? Yeah, why is Peter Cottontail just leaving his basket of eggs around? You'd think he would have learned the first 3 times they were stolen. Just love how dramatic this evil bunny is.
I don't mean to nitpick, but they've also allowed Irontail and his cronies to time travel with no explanation.
Yep, surely.
Peter had to fly in his special magic thing. Irontail just showed up. Irontail's been spying on Peter through looking through an egg this whole time. Like, is time a flat circle? How would he be able to spy on him through the ages?
It's unclear. He left the worm in Christmas Town. This is just, what's his name's? What's that one that little goths like?
The
Nightmare Before Christmas.
What's that one little goths like? How insulting.
What? Was I wrong?
There's lots of grown adults out there who are like, damn, I can't believe she just did me like that.
Were they little goths growing up? Antoine is literally dying. Antoine died in the snow. He's a worm. He can't insulate himself.
Could he go into a chrysalis? Is that warm? Also, why is this bonnet alive?
I don't know.
Everyone's manic at this point. Here we go. The oldest trick in the book. This cute girl rabbit is like, excuse me, sir, could you help me put my ice skates on? Peter, you're on a mission. Don't get distracted. Look, he just left the eggs unattended again. Literally, Peter has forgotten about his entire mission. Left the eggs unattended again. Also, he can go skating with a cute girl rabbit.
This little dumbass deserves to lose. Has it been like a whole year, I guess?
Okay, yeah. So they've explained my concern about how is Irontail time traveling. He's not. He just said he's been waiting. He just waits for the holidays. So he's just living through time one day at a time. And then, you know, he knows that Peter will appear.
It really was a one-night stand with that bunny.
Yeah,
Peter got into his time machine and was like, all right, I'll never see you again. Take care of the kids.
Peter Cottontail, you did in a year what we asked you to do in a day. So sure, you could be the chief Easter Bunny.
Yeah, this is cronyism.
So Irontail got to be the Easter Bunny for a full year.
Yeah.
How much damage could he have possibly done to April Valley's democracy and norms? Yeah. Man, it's a shame. During that 1 year, Irontail was able to fill several April Valley Supreme Court vacancies, though. Oh, they're singing the song. Oh my God. Is he a butterfly?
Thank God. Antoine.
Yes.
Yes. All right, this is the only good part. Antoine became a butterfly.
Look at his disgusting, realistic body.
Evil, like, carapace body. I love it.
I'm very happy for Antoine. He's a good character.
Antoine is self-actualized.
Oh, Danny Kaye was Antoine. Wow.
Good heavens, Peter, my boy, you've got to shape up and reform if you want to be Chief Easter Bunny. There are tulips that need tending and baskets that need mending. The jelly beans are piling up in heaps. There are eggs that need collecting and hens who are expecting. In spring, the Easter Bunny never sleeps.
Here were the elements that I think kids would like. You go to every holiday, basically, except the best holiday, Groundhog Day. So I think that was good, because kids are, like, obsessed with holidays. This was not a good, objectively good special. Like, nothing, the puppets didn't look good. The music was all recycled from every other Rankin Bass special. The story wasn't especially compelling.
No.
The only good part was Antoine the Worm.
Yeah, I liked him.
You should just watch a supercut of Antoine the Worm, if we're being honest.
5 minutes that he's in.
Yeah.
Yeah, the little French caterpillar. You keep calling him a worm. He's a caterpillar.
I like the idea that he's a worm better.
Yeah, that wasn't very good, huh?
No.
Not very memorable. There's something special about how these look and how that became associated with Christmas, and I feel like it dilutes it completely to try to just do it for every holiday. And they kept going. They did 2 more Easter ones somehow. So this didn't stop them. Casey Kasem and Vincent Price, though, great voices.
Yeah, decent voice acting.
And Danny Kaye as Antoine and the narrator. All right, yeah. Don't rush out and watch this unless you have some sort of memory of it, would be my suggestion. Anyway, tune in next week. Kate, thanks for watching. Everybody out there, always thank you for listening. That's it. That's all we got.